The hallway softened after midnight. Not quiet, just less sharp. I stopped pretending to be careful and let the first door apart. A warm note found the ceiling. The bass came up below. Nobody had to lead me. I already knew the floor. My answer did not hurry. It did not try to hide. It opened like a jacket thrown over the chair beside. No push on the handle, no hand on my wrist. The music made a doorway and I walked into it. Let it open, let it open. I don't have to name it when the room already knows. Let it open, let it open. If the night keeps turning, I can turn with it slow. The mirror near the stairwell caught me looking new. I fixed the sleeve I ruined, then stopped halfway through. A laugh came from the backseat, moved across the glass. I didn't chase the reason, I just let it pass. The better part of leaving stay folded in my coat. I put it on the railing and let the rhythm hold. No push on the handle, no hand on my wrist. The music made a doorway and I walked into it. Let it open, let it open. I don't have to name it when the room already knows. Let it open, let it open. If the night keeps turning, I can turn with it slow. I used to keep the exit marked inside my head. Tonight it moved behind me, somewhere else instead. Nothing got decided, nothing had to close. I stayed inside the motion longer than I told. Let it open, let it open. I don't have to name it when the room already knows. Let it open, let it open. If the night keeps turning, I can turn with it slow. Let it open. I stayed inside the motion longer than I told. Let it open. The exit moved behind me.
A rubber note jumped off the wall before the beat sat down. I kept my face on neutral, but my hand went looking round. The kick came in hollow, like a box with a grin. My jacket made a small move, I would not call it sin. A dry little clap tap, put a dot on the air. I tried to stand expensive, then forgot what I wore. My sleeve knew the answer before my mouth could pass. The room kept one eye open and the rhythm made it last. Slipped out sideways, right past the clean reply. I had the cool part ready, but it missed me by a mile. The bass put both hands up like it's all the whole thing start. Slipped out sideways and landed where I parked my heart. The next little glitch had manners. It waited by the glass, then stepped into the sentence and cut the middle fast. I blame the chair for leaning, the chair blamed back the groove. A rim click hit too early and gave my shoulder proof. The world is a smear gold across my careful line. I left it there uneven, it looked better than mine. My collar tried to warn me with a fold I should have fixed. The room kept one eye open and the rhythm took the risk. Slipped out sideways, right past the clean reply. I had the cool part ready, but it missed me by a mile. The bass put both hands up like it saw the whole thing start. Slipped out sideways and landed where I parked my heart. Maybe the odd part knew the song before me. Maybe the clean part was just trying to bore me. I had one good reason, balance near my teeth. Then the plug jumped sideways and pulled it underneath. Nothing got dramatic, nothing as for proof. The boxy little kid kept telling on the truth. Slipped out sideways, right past the clean reply. I had the cool part ready, but it missed me by a mile. The bass put both hands up like it saw the whole thing start. Slipped out sideways and landed where I parked my heart. The boxy little kid kept telling on the truth. Slipped out sideways and the rhythm made it last.
Paperbite step came sideways, cut a mark in the comb. I kept my good face folded till the clay key chimed on. The air comb scratched a rhythm through the back of the beat. I tried to stand even, but it moved under me. One hollow seat of bass rolled under my heel. I did not call it trouble, I just like how it feels. The mark ran on my ankle before I gave it a name. I fixed one corner first, then lost the whole frame. Paperbite step took the edge off me, made the plain part jump where it should not be. Clay keys tapping through a crooked little lane, air comb drawing new lines in my name. I kept the loud part under my chin, then the hollow bass rolled in. By the time I found my balance, the rhythm had changed my angle. The next play landed softer, but it knew where to press. It brushed against my timing and pressed. Valley spark went grainy near the side of my hand. I tried to make a clean turn, but the turn would not land. The pad stood up and low, like it had a private joke. I left my careful answer in a place where it broke. The mark ran past my collar and sat behind my grin. I fixed one corner twice, then let the odd part in. Paperbite step took the edge off me, made the plain part jump where it should not be. Clay keys tapping through a crooked little lane, air comb drawing new lines in my name. I kept the loud part under my chin, then the hollow bass rolled in. By the time I found my balance, the rhythm had changed my angle. Maybe the rough part had the better shine. motion waiting near my wrist when the Paperbite came back and folded into read. Nothing had to hurry, nothing had to blaze. A strange little texture kept changing how I stay. Paperbite step took the edge off me, made the plain part jump where it should not be. Clay keys tapping through a crooked little lane. Air comb drawing new lines in my name. I kept the loud part under my chin. Then the hollow bass rolled in. By the time I found my balance, the rhythm had changed my angle. The strange little texture kept changing how I stayed. The mark ran on my ankle before I gave it a name. Paperbite step, stay sideways, and I left it that way. The heel of my shoe found the switch in the tile. I walked in on polite mode, lost it for a while. The bass made a side deal with the back of my knee. My collar leaned over like it knew about me. I gave the clean version a place by the door. Then the drum made a face I had not seen before. A spark ran sideways through the edge of my grin. I tried to keep standing, but the groove pulled in. The switch is under my heel, the bass knows where it lives. I tried the polite way first, then gave the night a grin. Caught the switch under my heel, tried to play smooth, but the bass got real. My collar leaned into the right, one grin took over the careful side. The neat part way from across the track, I let it wave, then turn my back. If the groove pulls up wearing my name, I can let that happen. The second step landed like it paid the rent. I called it coincidence and knew what I meant. The roads took a shortcut under my words. Made every excuse sound lightly rehearsed. I moved my glass just to give one hand work. Then the snare hit a corner and made my shoulder smirk. A look passed by with the rhythm attached. I did not reach for it, it still came back. The switch stayed warm on the floor, the bass kept drawing my name. I tried to leave room for sense, then stepped too close to the flame. Caught the switch under my heel, tried to play smooth, but the bass got real. My collar leaned into the right, one grin took over the careful side. The neat part waved from across the track, I let it wave and turn my back. If the groove pulls up wearing my name, I can let that happen. I used to trim the spark before it got a shape. Tonight it leaned over and borrowed my face. I had one tidy exit ready in my sleeve. Then the kick moved closer and made me believe the best part was not waiting behind some better line. It was tapping on the tile, a quarter beat behind. Caught the switch under my heel, tried to play smooth, but the bass got real. My collar leaned into the right, one grin took over the careful side. The neat part waved from across the track, I let it wave, then turn my back. If the groove pulls up wearing my name, I can let that happen. The best part was not waiting behind some better line. It was tapping on the tile, a quarter beat behind. The switch stayed warm on the floor, I left it there on purpose. The switch stayed warm on the floor, I left it there on purpose, yeah.
My left hand missed the pocket right before the drop. I had the answer ready, then let the last word stop. A little heat came forward underneath my shoes. The ground kept changing places, I kept changing too. No sign, no speech, just timing out of reach. Can I keep up? Can I keep up? If the night runs quicker than the line, can I keep up? Can I keep up? One more turn around, it might be close enough. Keep up, keep up, keep up. Might be close enough. Keep up, keep up. My jacket stayed half open, caught on the jet. The small talk kept on moving, I wasn't really there. A second hit the table, later than a name. I tried to leave it quiet, but the rhythm gave me. Can I keep up? Can I keep up? If the night runs quicker in the lightning, can I keep up? Can I keep up? One more turn around, it might be close enough. Keep up, okay. Might be close enough. Keep up, keep up. I don't need the reason spelled out on the side. Something in the measure, hold the answer wide. My good sense got delayed somewhere after 2. I caught the next count and let it carry through. Can I keep up? Can I keep up? If the night runs quicker in the line, and can I keep up? Can I keep up? One more turn around, it might be close enough. Keep up, keep up, keep up. Might be close enough. Keep up, keep up.
My answer changed like a corner right after I said no. A little left in the jacket still kept the evening warm. The first plan lost its shape, the second one looked fine. I took the longer pavement and called it killing time. Nothing pulled too hard, nothing made a sound. Still I kept turning back around. I keep coming back around. Before I know I'm coming back around, back around, back around. Before I know, back around. A message stayed half written and disappeared from view. I let the screen go darker, like that was something new. The crosswalk changed without me. I stood through green again. Not waiting for a reason, just missing where I've been. Nothing pulled too hard, nothing made a sound. Still I kept turning back around. I keep coming back around. Before I know I'm coming back around. I keep coming back around. Before I know I'm coming back around. Back around, back around. Almost all the way home. were 2 blocks over, under a sign gone blue. I saw your jacket turn once, and the rain cut through. Green napkins hit the window, like they knew my route. The low linen warmed up late and pulled the corner out. I did not send a message, I let the crosswalk change. Your shadow move closer and chose another lane. The city got us near enough to hear the almost rain. You missed me by a storefront and made the whole night swing. 2 blocks over, close enough to know the night gets clever when you move too slow. My pen's tapping where the words fall short. Low light leaning by the close-up store. I turned left when you looked back. You turned right where the street went black. Almost here but not quite through. 2 blocks over still sounds like you. Your second pass came quieter, past the late night fruit stand. No rubber flute, no band ones, like it slipped from your hand. The corner knock hit hollow near the end of my name. I kept my pace uneven, so the distance stayed away. Got soft, laid away, lean without pushing the street. You were close enough to matter, not close enough to me. The city kept us near enough to make the timing stain. You missed me by the doorway and left the echo clean. 2 blocks over, close enough to know the night gets clever when you move too slow. My pen's tapping where the words fall short. No light leaning by the close of the store. I turned left when you looked back. You turned bright where the street went black. Almost here but not quite through. 2 blocks over still sounds like you. Maybe the nearest had the better spot. Maybe the right place would have gone too dark. I could've crossed over, I could've made it plain, but the awning shook once and changed the shape of rain. Nothing needed chasing, nothing needed groove. The street kept folding till it almost gave me you. 2 blocks over, close enough to know the night gets clever when you move too slow. My pen's tapping where the words fall short. Low light leaning by the closed up store. I turn left when you do back. You turn bright where the street went black. Almost here but not quite through. 2 blocks over still sounds like you. The street kept folding till they almost gave. The city kept us near enough to hear the almost ring. You missed me by a storefront that night, the whole night swing. Yeah. Still talk on the first touch, nothing loud, nothing cheap. You came in with the right smile, but your timing had to speak. I left one look on the mirror, let it shine by itself. If you know how to hold me, you do not need help. A soft drum moved behind me, like a secret in here. price off the table just to see what you feel. My standard does not shout, it walks and wear it like you either match the rhythm or watch it pass you by. Still talk, say it with the way you move. I can hear the difference when the room gets smooth. Bring the kind of care that does not ask for praise. If you touch the rhythm right, I might stay. Velvet slide under the waistline, cool like caught on the baseline. I do not need a promise, just in noise. Silk talk sounds better by choice. The second pass was cleaner, but I caught the fold. A shiny little gesture still has to know its role. You reach for the easy answer, I moved it to the side. The marimba made a pattern, like a jewel learning to glide. I smiled with the slow part, kept the fast part near. If you want the close seat, make the whole thing clear. My standard bends the light, it does not bend for free. You either move with patience or lose the room with me. Silk talk, say it with the way you move. I can hear the difference when the room gets smooth. Bring the kind of care that does not ask for praise. If you touch the rhythm right, I might stay. Velvet slide under the waistline, cool like caught on the baseline. I do not need a promise, just a noise. Silk talk sounds better by choice. Maybe the softest thing still knows what it costs. Maybe the lightest hand can tell me what was lost. I kept one door open, only halfway wide. Then the groove came polished and stood at my side. Nothing begged for diamonds, nothing had to shine. The real luxury arrived. Real luxury arrived. Say it with the way you move. I can hear the difference when the room gets smooth. Bring the kind of care that does not ask for praise. If you touch the rhythm right, I might stay. Velvet slide under the waistline, go low like God on the baseline. I do not need a promise, just a noise. Silk talk sounds better by choice. Real luxury arrived. The real luxury arrived. My standard does not shout, it walks and wears it like. Silk talk sounds better when the rhythm gets it right. Magnetic mood pull low, not fast but it moved. A chord pop hit the corner and shifted my shoes. I kept my hands around it, tucked behind my teeth. The keys been toward me like they wanted heat. Oh, one slow wobble underneath made the ceiling dip. I did chase the feeling, I did change my grip. The pull set under the rhythm, heavy without a sound. I gave it half my balance, it turned the rest around. Magnetic mood got hold of me, not in a rush, still hard to leave. The bass lean back and pulled the floor. I moved once, then wanted more. Chord pop jumping off the side, suede rim knocking out a line. I kept the loud part out of me. Magnetic mood still made it through. Magnetic mood still made it through. The next bend came softer with a way I could not name it. Brushed against my timing and left it rearranged. A mallet pattern, velvet somewhere under the beat. My calm little version lost its favorite seat. I tried to hold the middle with both hands near my chest. The low and smiled slowly and did the rest. The pull moved through my car. then settled in my knees. I gave it one more second, it took the whole routine. Magnetic mood got hold of me, not in a rush, still hard to leave. The bass lean back and pull the floor. I move once, then wanted more. Chord pop jumping off the side, suede rim knocking out of line. I kept the loud part out of you. Magnetic mood still made it through. Maybe the soul pull knew the better way. Maybe the fast part would've talked to me. I make one need exit, waiting near my name. Then the keys bend closer and soften the frame. Nothing had to raise, nothing had to prove. The strange little way kept teaching me to move. Magnetic mood got hold of me, not in a rush, still hard to leave. The bass lean back and pull the floor. I move once, then wanted more. Chord pop jumping off the side, sway rim knocking out of line. I kept the loud part out of you. Magnetic mood still made it through. The strange little way kept teaching me to move. The strange little way kept teaching me to move. The pulse that under the rhythm, heavy without a sound. Magnetic moves stay low and turn the rest around. You smile like a secret, then stood there too clean to blink past flash on the edge of the scene. I move past you maybe with my drink still high. You look like a question that forgot how to try. Beat drums hit dry, then a low and lean close. You had all that timing and still almost froze. Do not dress it up pretty, then leave it as shown. If you want my attention, bring it all the way home. Make it obvious, do not make me guess. If the look says yes, put the move on it. I like a little trouble, but not a blurry line. Say less with your mouth, do more with your time. Change the seat twice like the Inglewood talk. Kept checking the door with a match in my walk. A respawn cut short when your hand touched the glass. I let 1 second hang just to see if you pass. The side and bounce slid through the back of the bar. You were close to the point but not close enough, I fought. Do not send me a maybe with a nice little shine. If you want the green light, stop acting colorblind. Make it obvious, do not make me guess. If the look says yes, put the move on it. I like a little trouble, but not a blurry line. Say less with your mouth, do more with your time. Maybe the quiet one can still be clear. Maybe the cool part works better when it comes near. You do not need a speech, you do not need a scene. Just step where you mean it and keep the timing clean. I will not read smoke, I will not chase signs. I like what is simple when it lands on time. Make it obvious, do not make me guess. If the look says yes, put the move on it. I like a little trouble, but not a blurry line. Say less with your mouth, do more with your time. Step where you mean it and keep the timing clean. the night leaned in. 3 guard ticks marked the distance. Wind disappeared again. The eyed a bubble under us. Didn't I rush the lane? It waited for the pressure. Didn't know how to stay. You did not force the motion. You let the small gifts peak. That made the whole thing warmer. Right under my teeth. One yuzu gear in the silence. Call before it slipped. You held the turn lightly and the rhythm click. Catch point, hold it right there. Do not floor it, you not play too fair. Board tick talking on the half-lit end. Idle bubble pulling us in. You found the gig before the turn. Let the slow spark do the work. Nothing has to race to prove. The catch point knows when to move. The second touch came measured with a grin behind the break. A reed stab leaned sideways and made the pause feel awake. You left one gap between us, now empty, just alive. A shaker cut the corner like you know how to drive. I move my hands to later, but I usually do. The low third pop below it and made the dining true. One goose gear in the silence, found another grip. You held the turn lightly and the whole night clear. Catch point, hold it right there. Do not for it, do not play too fair. Board tick talking in the half-lit bend. Idle bubble pulling us in. You found the give before the time. Let the soul spark do the work. Nothing has to race a pro. The catch point knows when to move. Maybe the almost hard's the better hold. Maybe the steady hand can make the both heart bold. A heart close wouldn't instant. The fast line would have gone. You waited at the small give until the groove turned on. Nothing needed fashion, nothing needed speed. The right kind of pressure did the quiet thing clean. Catch point, hold it right there. Do not play too fair. Or tick talking on the half-lit bed. One kind of pressure did the quiet thing clean. You gear in the sirens, cocky for its swim. You held in the turn by me and the rhythm click. I threw my count off before the beat came in. I had the first step ready, then missed it on your grin. I kept it looking easy and still at my side. You moved like nothing happened and changed the whole time. No hurry in your shoulder, no reason in your look. I lost the clean beginning before the rhythm took. Offbeat, you got me offbeat. I know where the line is, I just don't keep it. Offbeat, right under my feet. I was almost steady, then you got to me. Offbeat, 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 offbeat. You let the silence stretch like it had somewhere to go. I answered half a second late, so it wouldn't show. Your wrist caught the light and left it on my sleeve. I was counting in my head, you counted over me. 1, 2, I lose the place. 3, 4, I keep your pace. Offbeat, you got me off. something in the timing. Oh, before I change, you didn't pull me over, you didn't say a thing. I just heard the space shift and stepped in late again. Off, offbeat, 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 stepped in late again. Offbeat, 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 I stepped in late again.
My answer stayed open longer than it should. A small light crossed the ceiling and made the quiet look good. I kept my laugh in lowercase, kept the edge of it dry. Then one late little spark moved behind my eyes. Right before it turns. The first thought went missing, the second one stayed a little off the center, in a better kind of way. I had the clean part ready, folded in my mouth. Then the snare skipped sideways and pulled the meaning out. Right before it turns, right before it turns, I can play it normal till the time it learns. Right before it turns, right before it turns, nothing has to happen for the whole thing to move. Right before, right before, right before the whole thing moves. Right before, right before. A name almost surfaced, I let it fall back. The joke came out softer than the one I had. One sip went sideways, one blink held too long. I called it nothing major, then changed with the song. No clear mark, no perfect proof, just one small delay, making room. Right before it turns, right before it turns, I can play it normal till the time it learns. Right before it turns, right before it turns, nothing has to happen for the whole thing to move. Maybe the almost carries more weight. Maybe the still part knows when to change. I kept the sentence under my tongue, then the groove bent softly and I went with it once. Right before it turns, right before it turns, I can play it normal till the time it ends. Right before it turns, right before it turns, nothing has to happen for the whole thing to move.
across the side of the room where time knocked once and changed the weight of my shoes. I kept the compa polished near the edge of my sleeve. Then the pad swelled sideways and made the air lean. A low velvet knob moved under the chair. I did not turn dramatic, I just noticed it there. The shine slid past my shoulder before I chose a side. I gave it one clean second, it bent the rest of the night.
Chrome ribbon caught my angle, made the straight part move in pieces. Wet out talking under pressure, low not pulling out my reasons. I stayed almost careful till the rim cut through the room. Then the zipper pad opened and the night changed tune.
The next fold came quiet with a silver little drag. It crossed my easy timing and left a mark behind my back. Molly flashes blink low like a light with better taste. I moved the neat excuse over and gave the groove its place. The broken drums kept slipping just a little out of line. I let the wrong part breathe once and it came back mine. The shine moved through my collar and settled near my grin. I gave it one more second and let the art part in.
Chrome ribbon caught my angle, made a straight part move in pieces. Wet out talking under pressure, low not pulling out my reasons. I stayed almost careful till the rim cut through the room. Then the zipper pad opened and the night changed tune. Maybe the slick part had the better hold, maybe the dope part
was only getting old.
I had one plan, was always near the door. Then the ribbon folded back and asked for more.
Nothing had to hurry, nothing had to flare. The strange little surface kept moving me from there.
Chrome ribbon caught my angle, made the straight part move in peace. Wet out talking under pressure, low not pulling out my reason. I stayed almost careful till the rim cut through the room. Then the zipper pad opened and the night changed tune.
The strange little surface kept moving me from there.
The shine slid past my shoulder before I chose a side.
Chrome ribbon stayed open at the edge of the night.
Before the bass came through, like an ox hit twice, like a wink behind the wall. My answer stayed half open, then forgot where to fall. Low round thumb moved slowly underneath the clean part. The night did not get louder, it just changed where to start. The curve sat under my sentence, rounded at the end. I gave it one loose corner, it made the whole thing wet. Marble roll under the floor, turns one step into four. I was halfway out the frame, then the thumb came calling me. Yeah. Like an ox behind the line, sway, shake, cut out of time. The smooth part lost control when the groove learned how to roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The second curve came warmer, with a weight behind the turn. It brushed against my timing and let the straight part learn. Pearl keys flash sideways near the back of the beat. My careful little posture slid under the seat. A shaker cut the corner with a grin I could not place. I left the proper version, looking for my face. one step into four. I was halfway out the frame, then the thumb came calling my name. Like a knox behind the line, sway, shake, cut out of time. The smooth part lost control when the groove learned how to roll. Hey, maybe the round part had the sharper truth. Maybe the straight road was too clean to move. I had one calm reason, waiting with the light. Then the marble rolled back and made the wrong part right. Nothing had to speed up, nothing had to shine. A little curve stayed longer and changed the final line. Hey, ooh. Marble roll under the floor, turns one step into four. I was halfway out the frame, then the thumb came calling my name. Like a knox behind the line, sway, shake, cut out of time. The smooth part lost control when the groove learned how to roll. The little curve stayed longer, hey, and changed the final line. The curves sat under my sentence and rounded out the end. Marble roll stayed quiet, but it bent the room again.